Hi guys, it's Mitch here, just coming on to do February's guidance reading. Welcome to the magic of February and welcome to Imbolc. It is the returning and the welcomings back of the sun. It's the beginning stages of spring. Really exciting times. Can't believe that we're into sort of February already. I think it's going to be another year that's going to fly by. I'm getting really nervous because obviously at the end of this month my tour starts, and I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it, but I am sort of a bit like as well at the same time. So there's a mix of emotions, it's a mix of feelings. But as ever, I'm coming on to do the guidance for the month ahead, seeing what we need to know about. So I've got the trusty tarot cards here. So what we'll do, we'll look for opportunities, any obstacles and any lessons that February may have or hold in store for us. And then we'll follow through with a witch's rune, just to kind of conclude the month really. I was going to kind of set up a candle and do some other bits and pieces, but I'm actually going to do my Imbolc ritual in my garden today. And it's literally, I'm just going to put one of my candles in a cauldron and give thanks to Mother Earth and welcomings the energies of the light coming back into the world, really. So that might be something that you guys want to do today if you felt kind of comfortable. Imbolc's always really weird because some people celebrate it on the evening, like yesterday, and some people sort of celebrate it on the day. I did a ritual last night and I do one in the morning, so that it's nice to have both sort of ends of the spectrum, but you know, sort of work it how you want to really. Okay, so I'm just asking the cards to show us any opportunities for February. Oh, interesting. And then any obstacles or anything that we need to sort of just be mindful or a bit cautious about. Okay, it's interesting. And then any lessons that are being encouraged at this time. Ooh, okay. That's really interesting. We've got some really interesting stuff kind of coming here. Okay, so it's looking to be quite fabulous, quite hopeful. I've got, as I was looking at the cards, they feel quite high vibe. It feels like we're sort of tapping into that energy. I know for a lot of people, the start of the beginning stages of spring is a really exciting time, and it just is when people are starting to feel mentally a bit more kind of at one with themselves. So the opportunities coming in for us then. We're going into the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a really high vibe card. It's all about celebrations, fun, laughter, letting your hair down, not taking life too seriously. Now, it could be for some of you that there are birthdays, types of celebration coming up around you. There could just be gatherings of energy and people being able to connect with friends, family, a little bit more. There could also be the remembrance and the honourings of ancestors or loved ones that have maybe recently passed to spirit, but it's not trying to see that in a negative way. It's sort of celebrating the life of people. But this is all about sort of happiness, celebrations, good times, really celebrating memories, connections, and what it's all about. So lots of love, lots of laughter. So this is going to be a more hopeful, more happy time for a lot of us as a collective energy. Obviously, some of you guys are coming to my demo at the end of the month in February, so that's going to be a great time to connect with spirit, and they always will have fun. They always have a laugh, if nothing else. So that will be a really fun night. So there's just going to be loads and loads of great stuff kind of going on. It is just a time to not be so serious, and that's one of the messages I kept getting from a lot of people last year. A lot of people were saying how they felt like that they had forgotten or weren't giving themselves permission to laugh and to have fun almost, you know. And it's getting back into that. It's recognizing that that is becoming accessible for us all. 3 is also a very powerful number. It's all about the mind, manifestation, the power of 3, what you think you attract, and in return what you become. So it's making sure that you feed into the positive aspects of life. You know, that's really being encouraged really with this card, certainly throughout February. Now, any obstacles is interesting because we're going into the Artist. The Artist is a card of clear focus, clear vision. Everything kind of can be really as you want it to be. And I think the reason this is coming in as a slight obstacle, if you think of like when an artist creates a beautiful image or a beautiful sort of piece of work, very often outside influences can celebrate that and can sort of see it for what it is, but sometimes an artist is quite self-critical. So it could be for some of you guys this month, even though nothing is necessarily bad or broken, maybe you're putting a slight pressure or a slight expectation upon yourself to be more than you can be, to create an experience to the best of your capabilities. And it's great to obviously be disciplined and have high standards, but don't string yourself up to a point where everything that you're working hard to achieve and to create almost gets limited or blocked. So whereas we've got the high vibe card here, this is really encouraging celebrations, love, laughter, happiness, and that's available here as well with the artist, because the artist is very free flowing and very sort of able to access dreams, goals and visions. So it's enjoying those sort of journeys and those transitions. It's not putting so much pressure upon yourself that you end up feeling a bit resentful with what you're doing, or it becomes a bit of a sort of a love-hate relationship. So it's really, really important to keep it free-flowing, not to apply too much pressure. Now the lessons card is interesting because we're going into the card of strength. Strength is your inner magic, it's your inner power. She's been able to overcome any problems, any hurdles, any obstacles here. And, you know, she's basically tamed the lion's ways, if you like. So if you are feeling a little bit limited or a bit sort of held back with what you truly want to create and sort of bring into reality here, the card of strength is basically saying it could be frustrating, it could be a little bit of a challenge at times, but you're stronger than the problem, you're stronger than the obstacle. The card of strength is always about finding a way to overcome any restrictions, any limitations, and it might be a physical thing that you can change, or it might be a behavioral thing that you have to do. So it could just be like a behavior to actually recognize all the great qualities that you do have access to, and the picture might not be complete, it might not be finished, but enjoy and celebrate it for where it's at. Because you know what it's like sometimes, particularly with a piece of artwork, the creating part and the sort of bringing it to life becomes more fun than the actual finished article at times, you know, the sort of planning and sort of development stages. So card of strength can get over any obstacles, any challenges or any problems. So when we look at this in terms of lessons, you guys are so much stronger than maybe you even recognize or choose to be. So it's remembering that in times of uncertainty, or when things feel a little bit overwhelming, it's all of that energy kind of coming in. So let's conclude with a little witch's rune. See what the message has to be said here. Bear with me. These feel very active this morning, so I'm just trying to find the one that wants to come out for February. Oh, interesting. Okay, we've got the Witch's Sheath, or otherwise known as the Witch's Blade. So when this shows, this is a rune of spiritual protection, and I guess it kind of makes sense a little bit with what I've just said. So this will be a month to protect your energy as best as possible. Don't give your energy to things that don't add purpose or value, and it's being kind of brave enough to live a life that you want to be part of, that you want to discover, not how outside influences, whether that's family members, friends, work colleagues, whoever and whatever it might be, don't allow anybody to limitate or hinder you or restrict you. So the Witch's Blade wants to cut off and detach anything negative. So there could be a bit of cord cutting that some of you maybe need to be doing this month. That might be something that has to happen. I think again back here with the card of strength, because that's lessons, I think that ties in quite nicely. And by putting those boundaries, those sort of energies in place, and maybe honouring some of this, you can keep all the great stuff, you can keep all the fabulous stuff that the artist has accessibility to, and you can keep this high vibe celebration stuff going on. So actually they're all working as a collective energy. I keep hearing from Spirit, use your spiritual toolbox to your advantage this month. So if there are things that need to be done to sort of keep you balanced, to keep you living a positive life, action them, do them. Don't sort of feel like you have to justify to other people, because you don't. So to recap then, guys, opportunities, celebrations, fun, happiness. Take the piss out of yourself. Don't take life too seriously. Let your hair down, basically. Enjoy the journey. Obstacles, you know, don't put too much pressure upon yourself. Keep the energy of the artist free flowing. Don't let it become so consuming you feel overwhelmed by stuff, because that's an easy sort of energy that can split both ways. Lessons, What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Card of Strength, you can overcome any challenges, any hurdles, any problems that are presented, and you can do it with grace and dignity. And the overall conclusion with the Witch's Blade, keep things on your terms, keep everything, you know, comfortable and balanced, really. Spiritual protection, don't allow energy vampires to leech or to attach to you. So I hope this makes sense. Have an awesome, fantastic, magical February, and I will look forward to seeing some of you lovelies on Zoom and Facebook and at the various events. And of course, the start of my Spirit Magic tour. Thank you so much to those that have been purchasing tickets. Tickets are still available for some of the other venues, but like I say, it's starting off this month in Frome. So really excited to see some of you lovelies there. So going to leave it with you. Have fun, stay safe and well, and I'll catch you soon. Bye for now.